Yeah, something that's kind of let them down. The defense is, once conference started, Alabama had a really nice defense in the preseason and early games.
Another first pitch swinging will score the run. It's Brett Wright. Grounds out, but an early 1-0 lead for Auburn. We see their strategy right out of the gates, don't we?
Well, you can say that again. I mean, you're talking 3 pitches, 3 hitters, and but that's kind of the book. He's going to be around the plate, and so why?
Wright's been rock solid for him. And he jumps on that pitch to right field. That ball is deep. Chandler Taylor up the wall, but that ball is gone. His bat, very evident on that swing. Yeah. 2-0 lead for Auburn. There's really no doubt when he made contact there that ball was going to clear the fence.
No, that's it. There you're seeing the big-time power potential that he has been talked about. He's got it all. That's just a fastball up. I mean, he didn't get to the spot where he wanted to, and you see that pitcher's face, boy, looking up, way back there, and the right field Rangers went a little Wrigley Field style. He knew it too, San Fran. Once you throw that ball, you see that catcher, he starts looking up. Best thing is
first pitch down the line, base hit for Brett Wright. Will score 2 runs for Auburn, and they're back on top 4-3. So Auburn wastes no time this inning.
Yeah, jump on in that first pitch breaking ball. Look, I mean, not much break at all, and Brett Wright absolutely crushes this ball. Look at the backswing, followed through. Big 2 RBI single gets Auburn back on top, and that's exactly what you want to do. You know, for Casey Mize, the offense, a lot of times he's carrying you, and that's what he's done, and especially since they're hitting 199 coming into play. And you don't expect a bad night, but you want to be there for him if he has a bad night. And 3 runs against a team is a bad night for Casey Mize, and so as he's given up 3, the offense does it. Their job comes right back, puts him back on top.
So that catcher interference looms large at this point. What could have been a potential double play for the Crimson Tide turns into possible big inning as Julian sends that ball over the right field wall. A 3-run homer, his 8th of the season, and Auburn goes on top and extends their lead 7-3. We've seen those 2 freshmen tonight, man. Everything Coach Thompson talked about, they've delivered.
Yeah, talking about the 2 freshmen and the power potential they both have. Stephen Williams got the first home run on the board, and then Edouard Julian gets that changeup down, out in front a little bit, but the power, the bat speed, had his hands back. Sam Fenner's reaction, he knows it, and that ball is way out of here.
Auburn sent 8 batters to the plate. On their way to 5 runs in the 5th. One chopped, Vance makes a play. The one hopper over, and Alexander cannot handle. That ball gets away from him. Estes will score. And Luke Jarvis goes all the way to 3rd base. Alabama, 2 errors to start the inning, giving Auburn that run.
It's crazy how momentum can swing so quickly. You jump ahead 3-2, then you give up a big 5 spot and just look like the wind is kind of put out of their sails. Kobe Vance tries to one-hop the ball to Alexander, use the grass as a skip, and absolutely just skips right by his glove, and just outstanding base running by Jarvis. Gets all the way to 3rd base.
And it looked like Alexander might have looked up pretty quickly too, as first pitch RBI single for Josh Anthony, excuse me, and Auburn adds 2 quick runs here to start the 6th.
Like, you know, true main holes that other lineups might.
The 0-2 is hit deep into the night sky, but Holcomb have to watch it clear. A grand slam for Venter. And Auburn goes on top, 13-3. Right on cue, Lance.
Yeah, Brendan Vender, he said, I don't want to be stuck at sixes too long, and that's exactly what he was. Got a hanging breaking ball. Sometimes you go to the well too much. Breaking ball too much inside part of the plate. Venter knows exactly what to do. He even got a chance to look at it. I don't think he knew if he had enough. Big high fence out there in left field, but definitely cleared it. Keith Holcomb had no chance once he got out there. Another crooked number, back-to-back 5 spots in the 5th inning and the 6th inning. You live in Tuscaloosa long enough, though. You don't want to lose the orange and blue.
And some of these players have relationships with family or friends that are fans of the other team. Even Sam Finnerty, who went to Pelham High School up the road, said he didn't grow up a fan of either program, as Stephen Williams, a freshman, doubles in a couple of runs. The big night for the freshman continues. He has a home run, adds a couple more RBI to his team leading total, 33.
That's a nice shot right there, showing patience at the plate. Just gets a breaking ball, and Davis Vander's he's got to get the breaking ball a little bit more consistent. He's throwing the get me over. Just a beautiful venue on the bay out there in San Francisco. I mean, just a nice fans. Everything is cool about it, unless you're playing for the Dodgers.
Brett Wright singles in another Auburn run. Will Holland comes around to score.
That's another rivalry, though, that it could get intense, is that LA Dodger San Francisco Giant rivalry.
Did you have a chance to play at the old Yankee Stadium?
I did.
How special was that?
That was cool. I mean, because you're talking about just the historical things that and the players. Because I grew up a fan of the.
All right, who had the best visitors clubhouse then, since we're on the topic? Hit high, center field. Catch made by Taylor. Will score another run, though. Stephen Williams comes around to score for the 4th time tonight.
I think the Padres had a really nice one. I mean, it's tough to beat the new Yankee Stadium. I mean, when you're talking about full kitchen, these guys would, the clubhouse staff inside cook you anything you want on there.
This year we're running Auburn season high for runs, 21 against BYU. With that RBI single, just 3 away now, and they're just going station to station right now.
Boy, sometimes when you're hot, you're hot. And I joked about, hey, they scored 5 in the 5th, 6 in the 6th. Could they score 7 in the 7th? And they're well on their way. But I think
ground ball up the middle is a base hit. Julian will score from second. It's 19-5. Well,
it's amazing that at bat right there, 1 for 5. You go out there, you're kind of not wanting it as a player, because 1 for 5, all of a sudden you go out there, you get 1 for 6. But Jay Estes does a nice job of getting that hit up the middle and makes that 2 for 6. All of a sudden, really good night.
The senior ties of both teams, but that strike will end the ball game. So a big night for Auburn, a 19-5 victory in game 1 of this 3-game series over Alabama. Most importantly for them, the offense got rolling tonight.
Yeah, you're right about the offense. That's something that was really big. We talked about it coming in, hitting 199, and Coach Thompson talked about, hey, we're not that bad. We just got to get going, and what better way to start off a weekend series with 19 runs and against your big rival. But yeah, well played for the Auburn offense.
What can Alabama take away from this game? They did pretty well against Casey Mize, got him out of the game, got ahead of that game, had a chance until Auburn exploded. But what can they carry over to Saturday? I
think you carry over that. You really battled against, what could be the best pitcher in the country and one of the top guys drafted this June. So you go out there, you take that in there, and you had some good at-bats. You drew some walks and done something that the other guys can't do. But you got to go out there and play a better game of baseball and better brand all around, pitching, defense, and hitting.
So for Lance Cormier, I'm Ben George saying so long from Tuscaloosa, where the final score is 19-5. To watch this entire game on replay, as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. Our next broadcast is Sunday for the final game of this series. We will be on the air at 2 Eastern here on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of the SEC ESPN Network.
Jarvis, a lead runner at third. And he walked him. Wright, the RBI, is 30th on the season. Jarvis scores. Auburn up 1-0.
Just another absolute quality at bat.
Time through the lineup. Walters has allowed just 1 unearned run so far. Trying to get the final out here in the 5th. To center field, a base hit for Stephen Williams. Holland around third. Auburn up 2-0.
Boy, this is just good team offense right here, Steve. You got Will Holland that gets the dirt ball read, advances to second base with 2 outs. And Stephen Williams, the young freshman, to your point, the at-bats just keep getting better. That's 2-strike approach, not trying to do too much, willing to be jammed. And that is a big run right there. But
runs last night for Mize in the bullpen. Wright got underneath that one. In the air to center field, and Manning going out, and it falls in. Here comes Williams. He scores, and Auburn up 3-0. Ball dropped, and Walter should be out of the inning. And Wright knows he got away with one there as he reaches. And Williams scoring all the way from first, running with 2 outs. Brad Bohannon should have his team back in the dugout.
Boy, and Stephen Williams, the freshman, to score from first base just with 2 outs. Don't think, just do. Just sprint until someone tells you to stop sprinting. That's a really good job right there. Gabe Gross waving him. Never stop until you're told to stop. And I'll tell you, Brett Wright's going to be in a little bit of trouble here because he's going with here.
Walked him, and that forces in a run. Scoring from third, Jarvis. Auburn up 4-0.
You just hit the ball as far as you can. And he could. But at this level now, Gabe Gross is teaching him that, hey, we need a ball in the middle of the field and be aggressive early in the count. If he throws you a breaking ball and it sits up, get on it.
Does just that. His second RBI base hit of the ball game. Anthony in from third, 5-0 Auburn.
I'll tell you, Steve, this is where you start to become a star player, when you've got star talent and you start to put together with star at bats right there. That's Duarte flipping a breaking ball in there, and Williams saying, I don't care if it's fastball or breaking ball. If it's sitting up, I'm getting on it and I'm getting my run home. Boy, that is a massive at bat. That gets your attention.
Runs the count full, 3-2 on Jet Manning. Got him, and the ball game is over. Auburn, behind Burns and Greenhill, clinch the series. They win game 2, 5-0. 28th win on the season for the Tigers. Impressive all around.
3 SEC wins in a row. Tigers getting on a run right here. Very impressive. It was the freshman that carried the day for Auburn.
Auburn takes a series. They're going to look for the series sweep. Their first shutout against Alabama since 1990. Auburn victorious 5-0. Game 2 of our doubleheader coming up in approximately 30 minutes on the SEC Network. Coming up next, SEC Now. We say so long from Tuscaloosa. and run, base hit past Vance and down the line into the corner. Holcomb will dig it out. Estes scores. Right behind him is Jarvis. And the Tigers up 2-0 here in the third as Josh Anthony comes through in a big way. And he picks up RBIs 20 and 21 on the season.
Boy, I love this. This is hit and run. You can see both runners moving. And I just love the aggressiveness for Auburn right there. You ask Josh Anthony to be a team guy and get a bunt down, and he takes ball one and ball two. Garrett Rook's thinking, man, I just wanted that bunt down and get the out. And good on Josh Anthony. He gets a 2-0 hit and run from his third base. Get it to the middle of the field. That's the job.
To right field. Taylor makes the catch. Anthony tagging, throw off line. Sacrifice fly and a run batted in for Stephen Williams, and Auburn up 3-0.
Six is going to be tough to pull off.
Into right center field. This one's going to split the gap and go all the way to the wall. 2 runs are in. And gliding to the second with a 2-run double is Luke Jarvis, and Auburn adding on here in the fourth. Right now, Runes, it's the bottom part of the lineup that's doing the damage.
And it's because, Steve, these at-bats at the bottom of this lineup are just spot on. Connor Davis goes the other way. Estes gets on something early. Look at Jarvis. Just stay on the baseball and get through it right there. The job in an RBI situation like that is ready to fire early in the count, use the middle of the field, and that is textbook right there.
It in. That's going to bring a smile at some point to Gabe's face over there. To left field and deep. And this one is gone. Goodbye. Josh Anthony delivering the big blow, and he's having himself a night. His third home run on the season. He's got 4 runs batted in. It's 7-0 Tigers.
Good on you, Josh Anthony. Think about his last 3 at-bats. Takes a single to right field. This ball is elevated right where Josh Anthony wants it. Elevated, and he can go to the pull side. And he just gets into this baseball right here. No question that one's getting out of here. You know, Josh Anthony goes base hit the other way, executes a hit and run, and now gets rewarded. That's been a difference maker for this club.
Base hit through the right side. Taylor throws to the plate. It's offline. Holland comes in to score, and Williams comes through again. And he's now got 37 RBIs on the season.
Boy, and that's a truckload of RBIs for a freshman. And the most important thing Stephen Williams does with runners in scoring position is he gets bat to ball. Just does a lot of damage in the first half of the count.
Landing gear down.
Yeah. I think if you're Auburn, even ground into a double play and score that run, that's fine. Just get the offense going again.
Up the middle, Manning to second. Avant back to first. We might still have time to get some lottery numbers in. What do you have for us? 6-4-3. Nifty double play turned up the middle by Manning and Avant. Holland scores from third. 9 runs across now for Auburn.
You know, good piece of hitting by right there. But boy, Manning, that's every part of that double play is a difficult play. It's a tough catch for Manning, a tougher flip, and an even tougher turn for Avant with a runner bearing down on him. What he's doing as a true freshman in the SEC, he's having a heck of a year.
Hit hard through the right side. Holland comes in to score. Julian picks up the RBI. And Williams stops at second base. Towards second. Bad hop over Avant into right field. Throw comes to the plate. Williams and Julian coming to score. And Auburn, for the second time in this game, up by 7 runs.
You know, the hop helped, but it's a good piece of hitting. I think this is probably getting through anyway, or at least it's scoring 1 run. You know, for me, Steve, I think Connor Davis is going to find his way into this lineup over there.
Everyone beating up on everyone else. Texas A&M got healthy last weekend against Alabama. Auburn doing it this weekend against the Crimson Tide. Ball 4, and that forces in a run. Adams has hit a batter and walked a batter since entering. 3-2, 2 down with the bases full. And the second bases loaded walk of the inning. Davis scores from third base. 14-5. Holland picks up a run batted in, his 31st on the season. 11th hitter of this inning. Against Metters, Adams, and now Stutz. And there is ball 4. Another run batted in for Stephen Williams, 3rd of this game.
3 straight walks for Williams, too, huh?
2 strikes on right. To right center field. Taylor will cut it off. And Auburn continues to add on here in the 8th inning. Jarvis and Holland coming to score. Wright 2 more RBIs. And here is Julian, who has already singled in a run and scored a run in this inning. High fly ball, deep right field, and this one will leave the yard. Edouard Julien, his 9th home run on the season. A 3-run shot. Auburn with 20 runs in the nightcap.
I mean, that ball, we didn't even see it come down, Steve. Goodness gracious. Well, advantage count, fastball down into, oh goodness. Wow. Ay, caramba. Wow.
Look at that front foot. How much he turned that over. Just once. Just once to have that feeling. Burns, freshman, and fellow freshman Cody Greenhill combining on the shutout win. On the ground towards shortstop. They go to second, and Auburn coming to Tuscaloosa and sweeping Alabama. Auburn wins all 3. They score 44 runs in the series sweep.
This is a program with Casey Mize and a whole lot of momentum.
Once again, Auburn winning the nightcap and completing the series sweep, winning 20-5. Coming up next, SEC Now. For Mike Rooney and our entire crew, I'm Steve Lennox. We say so long from Tuscaloosa.